Shalom. Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakah HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who taught us his truth. Shalom to you, all coming that push the word across the four corners of this globe with all truth and sincerity by Hashem Harakah HaKodash. And we're just gonna get straight into it, man. As you can see, here's what's going on throughout the entire week, these past couple of days. The Spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shai is focusing down upon the MOTB, man. Because why? Because we are fastly approaching into them times, man. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh shall answer me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And here we are in these last days. The vision is not tarrying. The vision is not tarrying. It's not taking its time no more. At the start of the so-called New Year, the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, the elder apostle Tahar, the beloved elder apostle Tahar, has deemed this year as the fulfillment, the hopeful year of the fulfillment of all prophecies, And before he even, came with that slogan, I believe, even a couple of years back, he'd been saying that we are in the time of the fulfillment of all prophecies, man. And here we are, in so-called 2023, that's also the slogan, man. Because why? Because when you look at what's going on throughout the whole world, things is happening, man. Like we just read that the vision is yet for an appointed time. This is the appointed time that we're in. Some certain, prophecies and visions that was, revealed to prophets, was revealed and, manifested, already. Some hasn't come already, but we're in the final major key prophecies, that was prophesied, and written down, that's highly anticipated on, Revelation 13 and 16, because we already know once that kicks off, everything's getting ready to move fast, man. And it's going to usher in, Jacob's trouble and ultimately the destruction of Babylon the Great and Yahweh Shai returning, man. The second coming, of whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahweh Shai. And these are the times, man. The Lord has set forth man upon the face of the earth to bring these things out, man. To give, warning unto his people, man. Give them warning from me. I'll get that precept. But these are the times that we're living in, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 3. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 16. And it came to pass at the end of 7 days that the word of the Lord Yahweh Shai came unto me, saying, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. Verse 18. When it was, here we are in these last days. See, the Lord has always been speaking. The Lord has always been speaking to his prophets, man. The Lord has always been speaking to his prophets. And it's like the Lord has always been speaking to his people through his prophets, man. Through the mouth of his servants, the prophets, man. The Lord's not gonna come down and talk to you, himself, man. As what Jake, claims, anticipates that mindset. Jake think that the Lord gonna come down individually and talk to you, and the Lord's not gonna do that, man. The Lord has always sent forth prophets, and prophets, are regular men that look just like you, that's going through the shit just like you, and it's a stumbling block unto you in this time. But see, back then, it wasn't no stumbling block, man. Everybody knew. You can see everybody was spiritual back then, man. Everybody knew who the prophets were, man. Everybody just wanted, roll up on a prophet, man. If a prophet was to come into the city, everything would stop, man. Because why? Because people would be nervous off of the news that he was bringing, man. Because most of the times when, a prophet was to enter into the city, it's mostly, bad news sent from the power, sent from the Lord, man. News of destruction, warning, and, obliteration, man. That's going to be sent from Yahweh outside into a nation. But in these times, these last days, what are the people doing? Scoffing, mocking, throwing piss at the prophets, spitting on the prophets, misusing the prophets, throwing eggs at the prophets and shit. In these last days, man. Which, that also happened back then, but, it's way worse in these times more than ever. It's way worse, man. Killing the prophets. Y'all killed the prophets back then also. Hey, there's no new thing under the sun. But in these last days, it's like, goddamn, who shall believe our report, man? Like Isaiah said. It's like, and that's how the Lord wants it to be. The Lord is calling out for his little sanctuary, for the small sanctuary. He's crying out in these last days for the little sanctuary, man. The prophets are giving you warning, man. Like I said, the prophets are regular men. 9-to-5 workers. Because when you say prophet, these people think of an old man with a beard down to his, his feet. Floating. With spiritual power. Which, the prophets, would wear rough garments, but, a prophet can be anybody, man. Of Israel, man. Or, a heathen can prophesy too, but mainly what I'm getting at is the Lord is mainly giving. He reveals secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man, the prophets. I'm saying? The Lord mainly deals with his prophets, man. Not no other nation, no other heathen, none of that, man. The Lord deals with his servants, the prophets. In these last days, once again to give warning before nations, mainly crying out against the ones that's in power over the whole earth right now, giving you the promise, your future, of what's coming for you, man. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about us, man. This is through the word of Yahweh Shemi outside. The Lord can take us out and raise up someone else the message is still gonna be the fucking same, man. See, this is deep, man. This is a spiritual warfare, man. This is all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. This is a threat or warning from an invisible power, man. You know, warning the ones that are in power, ruling the face of the whole earth in today's time. Telling you, breaking down unto your future as written in the Bible. In these last days, your future that's coming for you, because you're not ruling, you ain't ruling the earth correctly, man. You're ruling in, all types of manner of abominations. You allow abominations. You give privilege to, high privilege, for abominations. You switch everything out of order, man. Everything is upside down, backwards, man. I'll get that in Wisdom of Solomon. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6. Verse 4, because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged the right, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of the Most High. See, right now, the Lord has given the earth into the hands of the wicked in these times, man. And right now, the ministers of the kingdom, not, in this sense, it's talking about the earth right now. So the Lord, like the scripture says, give favor unto the wicked. I'm roughly paraphrasing. If you show favor unto the wicked, yet shall he not do rightly. I'm roughly paraphrasing. So the Lord is showing favor unto Esau by giving him the power seat right now. He rules and runs the whole entire earth, and this is his kingdom. This is Esau's kingdom right now. This is his heaven, his glory right now. The earth is in his power right now. And the Lord allowed it to happen. The Lord gave it unto him. You know what I'm saying? And what's he doing? He's not ministering rightly, man. He's not keeping the law. He's not ruling. He's not ruling according to how the Lord already set the foundations, for any, for the whole world to be ruled in, man. Through the law, statutes, and commandments. So there's a guideline to keeping the Lord's plans, man. So there's a guideline that you have to, go by in order to, keep the Lord's, establishment, correctly, man. It's like, for example, you let your, your eldest son, to rule the house, so to speak, man. While you're gone, you might, go on vacation. You might go on vacation and you let your, your eldest son or whatever, to be in charge. And he, might not be ruling correctly, man. You come back to the house, everything is fucked up. You seeing holes in the wall, paint on the fucking wall, shit everywhere smeared on the wall. It's like, goddamn, I let you, take charge of the house while I'm gone, and everything is fucked up. Look at this, in Esau's sense, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Esau. He has the power right now, and look what he's doing, man. Life is completely flipped upside down. This nigga is going backwards and upside down, man. No, I'll get that. This is fuck you. This is Isaiah 29. Isaiah 29, verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? And that's what Esau is doing, man. With, he wants to reframe things, rearrange everything what's already been established, man. The Lord has already, established man and woman. What does he give you? He gives you man and man, woman and woman. Matter of fact, and then some. He gives you fucking, trans this, trans that. Backwards, man. He's even going out of his fucking way to make animals, same sex, man. Like that shit. He made a homosexual frog. He made a homosexual fucking lion, man. So you just diabolical, man. He's out here, splicing and dicing. He's fucking splicing and dicing. He's making, hybrids of animals and shit. With human cells and shit. He made a fucking half tiger, half lion, fucking liger. Real things, man. It's real, man. You know what I'm saying? This devil is, he's diabolical, man. He's doing all this shit, because he's turning things upside down, man. He's flipping the times upside down. He tells you that the new year is in the dead of winter. The fucking new year is in the dead of winter, man. Deceiving the whole world. But this is that man, man. He's not ruling correctly, man. There's a certain guideline that you have to rule the whole earth in, man. You have the people's, the people, the mindset of the people completely backwards, man. Bowing down to women, serving the woman. The woman comes first before the man. You asking the woman to marry you. Will you marry me? You get on one knee. I'm saying it's backwards, man. Through propaganda, Hollywood, bullshit. He's the one that's doing that, man. Separate the man out the house. Everything is fucking backwards, man. Everything is backwards, man. Out of order. No order. These niggas just doing shit. Everything is out of whack. But the Lord has his times appointed, man. He should not rule not 1 second over, man. Not one thing, not 1 millisecond over, his time is going to extend. The Lord has appointed, nations to rule. And every one of them came and went because why? It was given their appointed time to rule.